Ah. That's the vibe I'm trying to overcome here. It's so frustrating. I woke up and I'm like, I think this is the best I've felt in quite a while. And then I went and got in the car and started driving. And 2 minutes in, my back was like, nope, we're not having this. So my back is now back to broken. It's back to fucked. It's like, I just... That's a great way to start, right? That's a nice, sexy sound to start with. Oh eh, oh eh, oh eh. Everything I make is stupid and broken. And this is the stuff that I put my time and effort into instead of, like, getting a different job or fixing myself or... What else can I bitch and moan about? I haven't gotten to play Borderlands 4 nearly as much as I wanted. Let's see. I did play some Borderlands 4. I did another side mission yesterday. I was going mad while listening to the GG Murren stream of... Do you remember the 21st night of September? Okay. So I had an idea on the drive where I was thinking... See, I'm not thinking right now, though. I'm just like, I'm tired and I hurt and I don't want to do anything. And this is what I say every single time, is that I'm tired and I hurt and I don't want to do anything. Doing nothing is good for you sometimes. Well, that's only after you do something. You got to do the something first, and that's the part I keep neglecting. Is the doing something. I keep skipping to the doing nothing part where I'm like, I don't feel great, let's do nothing, and then proceed to not feel great because I didn't do anything. And then repeat. Which is why I'm trying to do stuff. I know now is maybe not the right time where I'm like, I could just get Borderlands 4 out of the way, or like... No, it's just because of the history of, like, I don't know, I've never finished a flippin' game. It's not gonna happen now. It's like, it's... I don't know. The negative part of me just wants to focus on all the bad. It's just like, these things haven't gotten any better. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of things that have gotten better, but... It's just because I'm currently actively in pain. It's because I went and tried to... It's because last week I didn't drive into the office because they were doing work on the parking lot. So I was like, okay. And that's why I woke up this morning feeling like, you know, this is the best my back has felt in a while. And it's just frustrating that 2 minutes, I was in the car. I just sat in the car and was like, nope. And then realized, you know, oh, I get to do this for the next hour. And there's no, like, easy answers either. Because it's like, oh, my lease isn't going to be up for a while, so I can't go move out into the middle of nowhere, of which I don't really want to move into the middle of nowhere either. Might be able to ask to work remotely for a while, but then I'm not nearly as productive. Not that I'm productive at work anyway, but... Yeah, I'm also feel like I'm breaking my back for a job I don't want. But I've never wanted any flippin' job I've ever had after 10 years of bouncing around a bunch of different places for being too incompetent for anything. This is one of those, like, nah, everybody could just skip this stream. It's just gonna be me bitching and moaning about my poor life decisions. Okay, ads are gonna happen, and I'm like, I'm gonna go lie down for a few minutes. Yay. And then process the massive amount of pasta and bread that I had, too. Yeah, it's like I barely eat a piece of candy, and my tooth's like, that hurt. It's a single piece of candy. I just want a single piece of candy. I'm gonna go lie down to see if I get any less pissy. Okay, I do feel slightly better after lying down and watching stupid TikToks. I didn't even open the flippin' thing. Also, hello. Welcome. With the angry face. You didn't even see... Were you here for me just complaining? Which I'll probably continue complaining. Okay, what in the fluff and heck was I doing? I was gonna add... I was gonna see how it feels if I just make some of the buttons more rare than other buttons. Because I did have, maybe not an epiphany, but I was realizing that a lot of the games that I'm thinking of and looking at, I'm like, Jokers in Balatro have certain rarities. The pets in Super Auto Pets have certain rarities. The items in Backpack Hero have certain rarities. So... I did lose the game again, I just didn't say it this time. You're not even letting me get anywhere near, like, a better score. It's just gonna be immediate. He's Vim, by the way. Okay. Again, you're talking to somebody that barely knows how to use a computer, so... Yes, it's... I'm mid. I sorta know how to use Unity. I sorta know how to use a computer. But boy, is it so much easier to be hyperbolic and say, I'm too stupid for computer. I'm too stupid for making game. I'm too stupid for doing job. I just want to be hyperbolic and say I am incapable of anything. So if I don't end up doing anything, it's because I'm just not capable. Not the fact that, like, I tried and I failed and that's the whole process. You just repeat that until either you get lucky and you win or you die. I gotta wonder what Thomas Edison was thinking. You know, that adage about, like, the... he tried 99 different ways to make a light bulb that didn't work before finding one that did. And I'm like, how do you feel when you're at, like, 60? I'm assuming it's not easy to try to make a light bulb, and when you're, like, 60 light bulbs in, like, that feels like a lot of work. But then also, in hindsight, realizing that's only, like, 2/3 of the way there. I'm making a... First Unity game, it took me 3 days to make a moving cylinder. And it didn't have collisions, only the floor. Yeah, no, like I said, it's... I just want to be hyperbolic and say, it took me a month to get a ball to bounce around. And it's like, well, yeah, and it's kind of like everything's not working, and it's kind of broken, and it's... will need to be redone, but... Also, I figured it out once, I could do it again! Like I said, I'm just in pain, and I just want to bitch and moan and yell at a cloud. Damn clouds. They needed to show up earlier when it was sunny, and it's too warm. I want it to be fall. Which, it looks like fall now. It's not feeling like fall just yet with the heat. But it's starting to look like fall, at least. I didn't even add a rarity thing. I was gonna add a rarity thing. Okay, so because that feels like an easier thing to do here, too, is just say, okay, when you make the buttons... Well, that's the other thing that gets me so riled up and full of so much consternation. It's just, well, I've tried getting a new job, and I've tried getting a new job, and I've tried getting a new job, and I keep getting new jobs, and it keeps... There's, like, pros and cons to every job. Like, this job is great pay-wise, but that's about it. I don't like much else about it. And the driving is just way too much, but I'm just too... I just don't care about the job, and then getting is so easy to get distracted when I'm by myself. Okay, what in the fluff and heck was I doing? I was looking at the buttons, so... The fact that you can't install Roblox makes me happy. As in Linux and Vim or whatever does not allow Roblox. That's the thing though too, and then I'm gonna start this stream with a bunch of negative energy, and then the fact that just bitching and moaning and complaining will in fact make me feel better, and just talking on stream will make me feel better. Yeah, okay, hydrating, and that's a good thing too. It's just I did like carbo load and all that too. I will chug a full glass of water. I'm not gonna chug 5. 16-bit in your hard drive that if edited you can't open your OS anymore. Only USB booting it. I'm overhydrating? That was a single glass of water. Like, it's not like a big glass. It's just a glass of water. And I also didn't drink enough. Yeah, you did pay for 5 glasses. I guess I probably need another one, because I paid. And I think I drank about 8 glasses yesterday. I think I've only drunk about 4 today. So, if we're going over all of the glasses of water, I had. Yeah, I think you're talking immediately, but I'm like, I drank them. You just didn't watch me drink them. Just backfill from a bunch of glasses of water. Yeah, exactly. No, during the stream. Just say, oh yeah, I used to drink water. That counts. That covers all your water things, right? We'll just pull glasses of water from the surplus. I'm like some kind of camel or something. Hiding a giant cone head that's full of water. Oh, I did drink a glass of tea as well, but I don't think that fully counts. So. Okay, wait, so you're either gonna be right back, or you're going to back? To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to sever the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep, and by his sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream, for in that slip of death what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause, and that makes that calamity makes that shoot. Such calamity makes respect of such long life. Somehow got Minecraft to run. Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat on their weary life, but the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. Shoot, I think I'm missing a verse in there. Or missing a paragraph in there. Yeah, no, I think I jumped to who would fardels bear. Who would? Because there was something about the law's delay, the insolence of office, when the pain of heartbreak. It's not it. When he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin. And then it goes to who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no travelers returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. Thus, I'm mixing it all up. It's so off. No, it's not the tis a consummation. It's the... I feel like I need to call these arcade buttons or something. The pangs of despised love, the laws delay the insolence of office when he himself. Thus conscience makes us rather bear those ills we have and fly to others we know not of. Shoot, I'm forgetting the end of it. Dang it. Man, I'm forgetting the end of it. Ah, I'm so bummed. I forgot the to be or not to be. Thus makes and lose the name of action. That's the end. Yeah, happy with the rating on Down to Jam? Yeah, I think it was fine. I think what was I hoping for? I was hoping that it was graphically better. Yeah, I think I've ended up being pretty middling or low to middling. Because I rated second on... But how is it doing this ranking here? Oh wait, if I do... Oh hey, I could do one Niv Army. That'll make it look better. And it might show up too. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's at the bottom of one Niv Army, but... There's your password for something. I don't know how to look at it or translate the other stuff, but... yeah, I did want a rating and everything. I knew it wasn't gonna get rated super high on audio. And yeah, I probably should have done a bit more for the gameplay, since there wasn't actually a lot there, but I am happy with this. That's always the one I try to max out, is creativity. If I can max out creativity, that's the goal there. No, I was pretty happy with just the completion of it. I knew the rating wasn't going to be fantastic. Oh, that's your actual password? I mean, that's very good for security to have an extremely long password. Yeah, because I think what is it? It's... I know there's an XKCD comic about it where it's like a really long password full of like a bunch of names. Is easier for a person to remember and is harder to crack for a computer. And yet for all of the computer passwords, we say, oh, you have to have a number, you have to have a special character, you have to have something or other. What in the fluff and heck was I doing? I was gonna try to add here some kind of rarity to the button. Okay, so it's just under the button info, initialize the button. So I could change up the number, not string, and the color. There, okay, so the number. So how do I do... I want 1 to be super common, and I want 6 to be very rare. And the easiest way to do that would be... It's like a bell curve. Then how would I say? Okay, if you hit the middle of the bell curve, then that's. Oh yeah, because you were actually on the list here. I think, right? Yeah, there we go. It's better than any other jam so far, even when looking at it relative placement and percentage. Got ranked very low in all other jams. Well, that's cool. So yeah, you're improving. And even for me, I'm like, yeah, I'm improving. Well, I don't know. I finished another thing. I think just finishing another thing is an improvement. Can I? Oh, Mark has red. Oh yeah, these don't really need to be centered. I think somebody was mentioning that. It is funny that the result screen doesn't even have the planet. I really should have gone over that. Yeah, I didn't even play this one. I guess I could still play some of these, but obviously not gonna add to the ratings for these. Yeah, I thought this one was great. I have added but not uploaded a Brainoid Easter egg. Yeah, watching Finn is fine. Play a little bit of that very early demo that I have for Plunk. I was like, oh yeah, I need to update it a little bit. It's still very buggy, but I did have the ability to like delete buttons. Oh, I guess it's still on the left click though, as opposed to right click, or did I fix that? It should be on right click, not left click. I think it is still on left click in that. Okay, place button. Yeah, okay, left click it to clear it, but it should be right click because that's what you do here for these. Yeah, I want to go fixing bugs, but I'm like, no. I need to figure out some more gameplay loop stuff. And I do think a rarity is a good, because it's fairly easy, should be fairly easy to do, hopefully. And then just have to think for something for Pagorli now. Maybe put a single out somewhere. Like, you're just doing, I guess, people from stream for Easter eggs? Because it sounds like you're gonna just slowly branch out into like, okay, well, let's do Easter eggs for all these other different people and streamers and stuff. Okay, so what is the easiest way to do a rarity, like, bell curve kind of thing? I mean, like, it would be to add two numbers and then say pick whatever number and then... Which I guess I could do. So, do like a rarity. Again, I'm still in the, like, let's do this fast, let's do this quick, let's do this easy. I'm still in sketch mode. Once I get past, like, what is the full gameplay loop, then I can get past the sketch mode and make it better. Yeah, oh, it would be very easy to do in Pagorli is Pagorli. Yeah, just adding a picture of Pagorli, or probably you could steal the voice from some jam or something too. So now this gives me a bell curve. Or, well, okay, no, this will give me... So now I just need to translate this to... Okay, again, I can make it better later. Just make it, you can make it better later. Which I did see that as a tweet, which I haven't messed with. Queso. I don't know, case... In this case, 1, because it can select 1. It can't select 0, so thanks for the suggestion, but not good enough. Okay, so the rarity So in the case of 1, then that can be... Well, okay, this plus this is going to give me between 2 and 12. So not 1, so 2. This seems awkward and bad and not right, but who cares? This will be an answer. I will have an answer. Ain't nobody here to judge me for my bad code. I do wonder if and when Braino is gonna show up again. Just because I know it's kind of funny that Braino had taken off for a move, and then I will be not streaming for quite a while as well, so might not see each other. Yeah, I keep thinking I probably should stop doing the like daily streams and like, okay, maybe some of these evenings actually like go do some other chores and things. Because as much as I do like cleaning over the weekend, there's others like random chores that are like I probably should do. Because it's stuff like I would like to apply to other jobs and stuff at some point too, just to get in the habit, just to see what stuff is out there and all that. Well, I keep complaining about doing a long drive, and then I'm like, I should probably also look at, like, if I wanted to move out into the middle of nowhere, can I do that? How expensive is it? I don't want to move out into the middle of nowhere, but I don't want to commute 2 hours a day, which is why the answer is either get a new job or get a closer place to the office, or work remote, but working remote is a path to getting a new job whether I want to or not. Okay, so the ones on the end are rare, so those will be 6s, so then that'll be number yeah, there's a better math way to do this than a switch statement, but I don't really want to figure it out right now. So then you're 1. Okay, you know, maybe we will just look it up and see. Do they have like a way to do, oh, I guess a random weighted choice? There's a library there. I'm too underrated? Thank you. I mean, I'm also not doing anything interesting either. And I'm not putting myself, like, I still have to, that's one of those other things, if like I need to stop streaming so that I can actually like process the Twitch clips that I have. But why don't I install Linux? Like I said, I don't know computers. I am not a I'm doing the design stuff of a game. I'm not doing the like, let's look at the specifics of a random number generator. As I look at the specifics of a random number generator, but yeah, as you can tell, even based off of this, from like, this is probably some easy math that I need to figure out, and instead I just did it with a switch statement. For now, like I said, this is a sketching thing. But no, I do appreciate the being underrated. I stream at bad times though too. I have been thinking about doing like YouTube streaming, just to try, especially because I think I even know of a program that lets you combine the chats. So I'm like, okay, that would help. I did the one thing about YouTube streaming that is a little scary to me was the I did this completely backward, didn't I? I want these. Oh, it said it banned them, and yet I could still see the message. Interesting. Okay, no, the ones on the end are rare, so they need to be here. Also, hello, hello. Yeah, we'll see how this feels if I just add some kind of rarity to the button numbers, and if that changes how I feel when I see a button. I do think the other answer is doing like upgrades is another big thing that should be added, so. Should use gnome. Is it spelled just straight up gnome? Or was it spelled something? It's like a Linux thing, right? Oh no, it is just gnome. Okay. Yeah, okay, default. Oh, it's the default experience across Red Hat, Enterprise Linux, Ubuntu, Debian, and Fedora Workstation. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, just use sudo apt to install GNOME. Actually have GNOME. Yeah, well, I guess if it is the default experience across Red Hat Enterprise Linux, which I don't know what all of that means, but... On Cinnamon, ah. Yeah, no, I stick with the defaults. I'm not brave enough to do some of the other stuff. That's why I'm on a default Windows machine, on a default... I got default computer parts and stuff. Because like when I went and made a computer, that was with help from other people, and then I just never upgraded it anyway. Had to do this sudo apt install gnome. Oh, okay. Wait, so gnome is not the default? And then it's like cinnamon or something? Or, but... How difficult do you think it is to 3D model a low poly Pagorli head in Blender with googly eyes? Well, and then how are you gonna do the googly eyes? Well, this could maybe be like 2D images to make the pupils of the eyes that rattle around or something. Yeah, and I don't know exactly how detailed you want to go with a 3D model of a Pagorli head. I mean, you could also ask Pagorli if there is Pagorli related assets floating around too. So. Yeah, so the game got a great score in creativity. That's the one I aim for. That's always the that's consistent from even when I was a kid. That was what I aimed for when I did Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, and I did the Pinewood Derby car thing. I did the Is that another one of those like very American things that nobody's gonna even know what I'm talking about? There we go, Pinewood Derby car. But like, instead of making a car, I made a boat. I made one of the cars from Hydro Thunder. Oh, I made a Jeep too. I made a Jeep with the top down. Which I was a little miffed because I thought the boat was really creative, and then somebody else won the creativity award that year. And then the next year I made a Jeep, which was not as creative, but there wasn't any other competition that was nearly as predicted you would get 8th and got 9th overall. Yeah, that's almost a better to like predict where you're gonna fall and then be able to actually actively predict it. Because then you have a good estimation of your own skills. Yeah, I was gonna say I only placed on the one dev army here. I was not on the. I don't think I even placed very high. Yeah, I just placed on the creativity. How is it ranking these? Oh, this, okay, there is an overall. The overall is just in a different spot there, as opposed to here. So I don't know if it's ranking them on overall, or is it ranking it via... Yeah, no, the color coding is definitely nice for these. Yeah, people screaming out their emotions going. Yeah, that was the goal there. Yeah, I could feel it when I got further in, that I was like, there's not anything else to do. It's not really working. And then just didn't really have a chance to improve it. Oh, why is this purple? Oh, because I was one of the few people that actually said, hey, rate my audio. Okay. I guess, something like that? I don't know. Hard to tell. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I doubt I have these Pinewood Derby cars that I need anywhere, and I don't know if I have a picture anywhere either. But, also, I am gonna take this ad break. I had way too much food, and it's pushing on things, and I'm like, let's go fix that. Okay. Dang it. Does that count as the deep breath, though? Well, if I do another glass of water, that'll be... I'll just have 10 more to drink then, right? On stream. Okay. I didn't even test the rarity thing. So, go back to you. Ooh, okay, so that was some ones. That's a 1 on a 1. Okay, it did say collider hit bumper. And yet it didn't seem to be... Oh, collider. It's hitting the model, not the... It's a 3. Yeah, see, the one problem with the way I have it is that if you're looking for sequences and it gives you lots of sequences of 1s, then you're really not... It's like, oh, okay, well, let me do all these sequences of 1s then instead. A 6? Is it actually... Was that actually a rare roll, or did it actually... I thought I was turning on just a random electronic SoundCloud thing. Apparently it's more rock-based. I don't entirely dislike it, but... Oh. Okay, it's because drum and bass, drum and bass, drum and bass, electronic chiptunes, and then suddenly metal. Okay, also... See, there's something else. I know I did find a new electronic artist that I was enjoying, so... Well, I found a couple, actually, so... I'll do another listen through of this. I say I found, as if it was like some... I just listened to Mr. Suicide Sheep. That is the source of basically all of my music. No, let's make sure it doesn't go off on its own into some random nonsense. Okay. Yeah, so this 6 did... that was a little more rare there. Okay, because then I also thought about having them merge. I don't know. Well, okay, the other thing I think I need to add is the ability for you to have different objectives. Because I think that's what makes something like Backpack Hero work, is because the different kinds of enemies, you've got the different... Because even Balatro has the different like that boss round, that final round has some kind of modifier on it. So that is the other thing I think would be nice to add, is some kind of secondary objective on top of just number go up. Well, I don't know, I guess something like Billionaire does not have like a secondary... I know, it's something that I like, so it's something I want to add. I don't know if that's the thing to add to make the gameplay loop pop off a little more. Oh, and right now, because that was the other thing, is I think I was just going to double the, I'm not ending the stream? No? Did it seem like I was going to end the stream? But that was not the plan. Oh. I'm trying to think of... You might have to remind me of what I said in, like, stream of consciousness, like, just yapping, what might have made it sound exactly like I was gonna end the stream. Oh, that was the secondary thing, was the scoring, so. Unless you were talking about me going off to use the restroom. That was just me using the restroom while the ads were happening, not that I was gonna end the stream entirely. Especially because it's only been going for— It's already been going for an hour? I haven't done anything except complain. Now let's complain about the fact that I haven't done anything. I lied. I did attempt to do this. I sort of got this going. That's something, I suppose. Gosh dang it. Ugh. It was weird that I felt like, wow, I woke up feeling like, oh, this is the best I've felt in a while. And then I also felt sleepy, and I was like, huh. And then here I am at the end of the day, like, nope, not doing great. Okay, the scoring. Where's the... So I get scored again. I was like, it's gotta be in Game Manager. Oh, it just ended the update? Hey, there is a brainoid. Howdy, howdy. Like I said, I hope your move went well. I hope you're settling in well. Even if it sounded like just the quick exchange on Discord, that it was stressful, but I hope it's better now. The fluffin' heck was I doing? I finally have a PC and 2 monitors. Cause see, that makes it sound like you didn't bring your stuff with you. Which I think that, like, the PC is one of the things that I'm like, that's the one thing I would make sure I bring with me, is a PC. I mean, obviously I would want my whole truck full of nonsense, but if I had to leave stuff, the PC and monitors are huge. Well, if you're doing a whole move, though, it's like, yeah, because I loaded up a ton of stuff into a truck when I moved, and I'm going to load up even more stuff into a bigger truck when I move again, because I have way too many board games. I think I need to stop. I've kickstarted too many games and stuff, so. Yeah, I was like, I did not move to a different country, though. I just moved across the U.S. I went from the middle of the U.S. to the East Coast. But you can drive across, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if you could drive from where you were going to where you were ending. Or maybe not drive. That's, again, an American-centered point of view here, but like a, you can take some kind of overland, like moving thing. Or I guess there's also the ability to, like, send stuff, too, so. Let's stop at you don't know the... Let's stop at you don't know bit for now. Yeah. You've used the command prompt more than the OS itself? I mean, that's why the command prompt exists, is for doing commands and things. That's, I think, if you actually know how to use it, that's what a lot of people would use. Switch. Oh, but in Windows you never used it. I don't know, maybe Linux just doesn't have options for using anything else. Okay, what in the heck was I doing? I'm just chatting at this point. I keep trying to get on a roll for doing something, but... Okay, this is scoring. The score per level going up, but then where was it doing the integers for the thing. Gonna remove the something. Gonna remove Windows. I guess if you have Linux and you don't need Windows anymore, then it would make sense to remove it. I guess it's like Edge. What is my purpose? You install Chrome. Are you trying to get rid of my Windows, or are you trying to get rid of your Windows on your machine? It's only 7 o'clock. Okay. Okay, the number sequence. Something like that will tell me how much this is scoring, because I was thinking the sequences, I wanted to bump up the amount on these. Yeah, because these are scoring 10. So these should be scoring like... I don't really want to bump up the, like... I like the round scoring amount, but it's these sequences I think need to be a lot more than... Well, I don't know. I guess... Yeah, okay, no. Let's just... Well, it's because now the round... It bumps up by 100 every time, so I guess you have to score the whole sequence every time. Seems like a lot compared to, like, if you just press 3 ones so that you get 100 points versus 3 sixes. Well, okay, whatever. It does. It's not. I don't need to be tweaking the numbers here. I need to be tweaking the actual gameplay and stuff. So. Here it's 29 p.m. Are you talking time-wise, or are you still talking about something about removing the kernel from command prompt? Okay. So yeah, now I have button rarity, kind of. Does that change how I feel about playing the game? Well, and part of it is the score and stuff too. Maybe we bump up the score to like an insane level as well. Especially if I bumped up the sequence. So... It's a weird either. Also, why is this a number in here? I'm like, wait a second. This should be... like the sequence score. What am I doing? Poorly. That's what I'm doing. Okay, let's score photo level around. Around hand side. Yeah, okay, whatever. The sequence score. $19 past Meridium. Again, not a thing that I'm familiar with. Okay, so now how possible is the game? So the buttons are still very low numbers, but the sequence score is 100, and now the target score. Oh, and then it adds, so we'll do, yeah, okay. This is the starting score, and then the score per level is how much it adds per level. So let's see if this is possible. This definitely makes the sixes less interesting. Meaning you're just gonna want to score ones and stuff? I don't know. Well, I think part of it was incentivizing the, like, you want to use every button. Especially because you can toss these and stuff too. But I know I'm definitely kind of skipping over buttons that I'm like, these aren't really working. Okay, yeah, I really should get it too. Okay, I could score this sequence of greens. So that seemed to only score. It didn't seem to score a lot. Why is it not hitting that? That seemed to score better. Okay. Oh, it's this. Okay, the sequence thing is still messed up too. Yeah, it's not gonna give me the. I'll just get rid of that then. Okay, I gotta. Do I just fix the bugs? I keep thinking I should fix the gameplay, but I also keep running into just like the bugs are making it so that I can't really mess with the gameplay. So, okay, there was a reason why. Let's just figure out that reason again. Why I oughta. Okay, I had that collider. Oh, it is a trigger. I have that collider as a trigger on here already. Okay, is this the one that's getting clicked? Who's the one? I mean, I would assume so. Yeah, okay, this is the on pointer down. This is where I should probably have these scripts on the top object, not the inner objects there. Yeah, okay, so this is when you click on it, that's when it does it. And then it's not doing it for a trigger. So let's... Oh, and then because the... Although... So now instead, how about we move... You... onto here. Just to see what's... how this explodes. Yeah, 'cause this is where I have the bumper. Here. Here, paste component. There we go. That's not anything. Okay, so... Is that closer to what it is? No, that's still massive, comparatively. It's just so tiny. There we go, half of that? That looks too tiny. I wanted the 0.05. Not the double zeros. No, okay. The 2.5 then? That's closer. What size is this? That size, I guess. Yeah, this is the other reason I didn't want to do this like this. Because I like the other collider, but then it's like I should move the script, and then I move the script and everything explodes. And again, we're sketching. I'm not... so I guess 0.02? Or in this case, 0.4? Yeah, and I do want to just mess around in Blender. I'm like, I can make a gear. I haven't made a gear. I don't know what I'm going to use a gear for, but I can make a gear. I could make... is it going to let me slide this over easily? I want to move it over by, like, half. Oop, not you. Okay, now I made this drawing. Now the stream is boring enough that everybody took off. Now I can focus. There we go. Okay. Sent a small video in Discord showing the Brainoid Easter egg. Be interested in what you think about it. Well, and it seems like Brainoid's here too, so I gotta see what Brainoid thinks about it as well. There we go. I think oh, with the spacey cat, or with the meme cat there. That's great. Although, can you tell if the brain is interactable? Or I guess that's part of the. I guess the gnome was not interactable either. And it is just an Easter egg anyway. But no, that's a great Easter egg. Oh, and then because of the curve of the. Okay, so now, what happens if I do this? So then we can hide that. Yeah, okay, so they are the same thing. Can I do that? Aha, okay, I can click that anywhere. That's good. That is a lot smoother and easier. And then the question is the ball bumping into this. Are you gonna explode? Yes. You're not supposed to be colliding with the trigger though, right? Yeah, it's on collision enter, not on trigger enter. Oh, it does have a hand symbol that shows if it's grabbable, otherwise one just has to find it some way. May increase the meow volume. Oh yeah, I don't know if the volume was on. I don't know if I had the volume on, and I don't know if it was turned up, or... I definitely didn't notice it, but I also wasn't thinking to look, or, you know, listen for the volume. Maybe that's something I should put on my stream checklist. Also, don't forget to click the clips button. I really just need a reminder at the beginning of the stream that it exists and that I should put the markers down for clips so that I might actually do clips and stuff. Okay, that's on collision enter. So is the ball got something weird in it that says some kind of collision? Not really, unless the update has something. The raycast, if it hits a button, that's the raycast is shooting down. It's just an awkward way to do it, but whatever. I will redo everything with some kind of grid at some point. Yeah, I definitely, YouTube did give me some videos of, what's it like? Yeah, this Cuboro marble run. Yeah, it gave me this, and I was realizing, oh, if I just put the marble at a half space like that, I'm like, oh, if I just put the marbles where they're hanging into like a grid space, then when a marble goes by, it can hit it and trigger that. should feel very chain reaction. Yeah, very Rube Goldberg machine. Which is another reason why I would want the grid, and then also being able to like half space them too. Which I could play around with that in this too, is half spacing some balls so that you can have a ball that bumps into some other stuff. So, like Cuboro, have some at home. I had some like a Duplo. Yeah, I think I had a couple of different like marble. It wasn't, because Duplo is like the full-on like kid blocks or something, right? Oh no, it might be the. Let's see, so Duplo marble blocks. Or 4 marbles. Okay, not this brand specifically, but stuff like this. I definitely have some stuff like this. Yeah, okay, it's not Duplo. I wonder what the brand is. Although that's at my parents' house. That would be harder to. Oh, that's wild. I haven't seen this like slinky pipe idea. That's neat. That's a creative way to make marble tracks using a some kind of slinky pipe. I can see that being harder for like small kids or something, but yeah, YouTube has started to pick up on the fact that I like this kind of thing, and I was like, I have for a while. Like, feel free to give me more of these again. I don't mind. Yeah, it's not Duplo exactly, but like marble track blocks. Not that I'm gonna find the exact brand and then I'm gonna get to. Well, because I have what I really should mess with is the. I got a game called Gravity Maze, I think. Again, I keep picking up these really cheap games at the store because they're cheap, and I was like, oh, this is exactly what I want if I want metal balls for recording audio and stuff. Yeah, but I found this where it's like, oh, it's even like puzzles that you can do for these like sending a ball through a track. I haven't played with it, and it is like a solo game too, so it's like, oh yeah, it's very much like a thing I could mess with. Yeah, I thought it was neat, and it was also cheap, and it gave me metal balls that I could play with too for like recording audio. Yeah, none of these. Yeah, I had something similar to this too. I had both a set like this, and then I had a set like this. I like the grid-based one a little better, rather than these like pipe towers, but yeah, I also made like hidden like Lego marble mazes that were kind of fun too. Yeah, none of these are the brand that I had. Okay, but that is also neither here nor there. Okay, I need to figure out why in the heck it is derping out when it hits the trigger, because it really should only be responding to the collider, not the trigger. Because it would be really nice to be able to do that for twisting the thing. But right now, it is just derping out hard when it hits that. Oh, there. That's what I was talking about. Is having the ball at a split intersection there. Why are you accelerating? Also, ad break is another good to lie down and, or maybe even use the restroom too, since all that water was proper hydration. Okay. Also gotten through all the puzzle cards on Gravity Maze. Not too difficult, but it was a very interesting physical puzzle game. It's cool that you've heard of it. I hadn't even hardly heard of it. I just saw that it was, you know, in the pile of... Well, I guess it... Because I was just, you know, at the store. I want to say Target? It might have been Walmart. Either or. Which I guess if it's at Target or Walmart, then it's a fairly big game, but... To be able to get into a big box store. Okay, this is not related. Okay, what the heck? What's the thing that... Oh, unless the bumper? No, the bumper, like I said, again, was on collision enter. But... Well, there is an on-trigger enter. Which has 0 reference. Well, okay, yeah. So, well, obviously nothing else. Okay. Here? I don't think I need to be doing anything on trigger enter, right? Because this is just saying teleport the other object. It's like, wait, no, I don't want to be doing that. Yeah, because if I can get the bumpers to work better, that would be great. So, there. Ooh, hey, okay. This was a very necessary thing. Yeah, so that's a lot easier to click. There we go. Still tedious AF to do that, but... Wow, okay. Maybe I should just fix some bugs here. It's like, okay, that even just that on its own is enough for like, okay, let's do an update build. Okay, yeah, that is so much nicer and easier and cleaner. Oh, the zoom, that was another one that people were saying there was a problem with the zoom, which I'm not having here. I don't think I was having in the regular build version. Yeah, it wasn't happening in dev, and I don't think it was happening in here under the Windows version. I think it was just the web version had the zoom issue. Yeah, I definitely need something better than just the pop-up tutorial text thing. And yeah, okay, the zoom was fine here. So it was just the web version that was odd and aggressive. Yeah, okay, and there is no button deleting here. Oh, that was the other one. Okay, so that was the... I guess if I'm in a bug fixing mode. Oh, I guess this was my other notes. There we go. Sequence is still not scoring correctly. The bumpers on buttons. I think I fixed that. Yeah, the multiple buttons in one space. Okay, but the things being the... Okay, the zoom and the web version. And then the other thing that I just said was the button deleting is on the wrong button. So, how was I deleting a button? Is it under the button, or is it in Game Manager, or under the what else? Well, I have many places that I would have put it, which is not good. There's one reference for erasing. That's not being used. Meaning it must be the game manager is dealing with the button deletion. Or is probably doing this, saying erase the button. It's like I don't have the erase mode turned on at all times though, right? Although wait, this should be on right click though, right? Or is it just on the bumper? I have it so that it's on right click, it deletes it. So no. Why are they different? It's like, what did I... No, we're sketching. It's fine if it's bad. I'm literally going to redo everything. But I want to fix the bugs so that I can test this a little better. Just a little bit. Not a lot of it, just a little bit. This seems to be the spot. If the item is eraser and it's not equal to null and the left mouse button is pressed. But that's not what I'm using. I'm using the right mouse button. Okay, right. It would help if I spell it right. Okay, that's not being used. And then here, the right pipe, right. What? That's not being used. And the bumper also does not have. Is that under like grid space or something? How did I do this? How did I done goof this badly? It's left. Oh, update. Mouse over right mouse button is pressed. Destroy. Okay. Well then, I'll just hack it into the button there too. Okay, and I don't have a mouse over. Where the fucking heck am I put this? It's just under update. Yeah, this feels like I should just be adding this to a parent object and not to each object. But now I'm just giving myself an excuse to make it even more and more of a mess. But that's okay. Okay, so did I hack it so that it would do that? And then also, where's the left click? Because I do think if I can have the tactile element of after you place the button, you can also click the button. And it just doesn't score point-wise. Okay, so that's still there, but then I can't right-click it? Yo, like what the flippin' heck? No, that's not what. Oh wait, no, it's probably the thing where it's deleting the middle of the button and not the parent. Because the buttons. Okay, I really need to kinda. Oh, no. Yes, okay. Wait, what? It says a box collider that's not being used. What? Where's the collider for this? Huh? How is it detecting anything? I don't see a mesh collider either. Cylinder, box collider, cylinder. Oh, this is getting turned on when you place it. That's what it was. Yeah, okay. So it's not active just yet, but it's... So then you're looking at the parent. Again, ugly AF. That's not... Stop doing it like this. Okay. We're going to remake the entire thing anyway. I just need to figure out the basic gameplay, and that's what this is. It looks like I'm fixing bugs, because it is, but I need to make it run a little better, so then I can figure out the gameplay a little better. So now are you going to delete it? No. Clearly you didn't delete anything. Is it getting the mouse over? Okay, well, give me... What is the mouse over? And then do clicked. I guess. It's a little uglier debug messages than I usually do, but that's okay. It's not actually telling me whether it's been moused over or not, it's just saying the word mouse over on the update. That's not... that's what I meant. That's why this turned into an uglier debug, was because I did the... There, it's the actual variable. There. Now it's a little cleaner. Okay. Oh, I skipped the walk. I just ate a bunch of food and skipped the walk, which is why I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll cut it off early, go for a walk, and then get mouse over. False. It shouldn't say anything until here. It might also say a bunch of falses for these. So is that not doing a mouse over? I needed to add a using for the input system, right? Did the... Oh, no, it added one for the input system. Did I need to do the on pointer down? Oh, did I add it under on pointer down, or was I adding it under update? I did add it under update instead of on pointer down. Yeah, okay, again, I just need to read the flippin' code that I already flippin' had. And copy it over. Or, you know, do the better thing of make it a parent object so that you're not copying a bunch of code over. Wasn't this doing right click? So this, maybe that's why I didn't need this, is because this is not actually how this works either. Let's see if this does anything. Now I have different versions of doing the same thing that are also not tied into a manager of any kind, that are deleting objects that are pointing at some vague parent somewhere, when it should probably all be on some... Why is that working? Okay, is it gonna cause major issues if I switch it to a right click for the erase on the game manager? Need it. It's probably what I should be using for the bumper as well. But Oh, again, there was a long message that I missed. I'd recently tried to find some games that I played a long time ago. Forgot the name. I tried to find them using ChatGPT by describing the game to it and let it suggest games that fit that description. Had me stumble upon a game I played but forgot it even existed or it had ever played until I saw an image. Seeing it was a bit of a nostalgic hit. That's neat. That ChatGPT was actually able to help you pull up something. Yeah, I know there's a few that, like, I played a little bit of, but I could, like, maybe not a few, but... Is it, like, creatures? I know there was definitely one game that was, like, an old... Yeah, it was Creatures. Is the game I think of the one that's just like this weird vague memory of like taking care of critters in a yeah, hatching them from eggs. Yeah, 98. Yeah, this one's a weird vague memory. Not an actual like a memory of the game beyond like there was some weird things and you hatch them from eggs. The question is called Tube Twist. Where you twist tubes or something? I'm too curious what that is. From Big Fish Games maybe here? Or this? Why is this tube twisted? Is it a tube dress? I don't know if it's a tube dress there, but... Oh, this is just a physical version of the Color Sort mobile games? That's kind of crazy to me that somebody actually made the a physical version of a Color Sort. Huh. Oh, it had one view. Nobody else has seen this. This definitely feels like you could switch around the title to be like, I made a physical version of a mobile game. Looks a little tedious. Well, I think it's because it's... No, I guess you can get all the way around the table here. Yeah, I think it is the getting all the way around the table is what makes this look a little tedious. Wonder what the balls are. So it's like, if this is like rubber balls, no, I'm assuming like foam balls or something. Oh, okay. And then had to move over all the balls. You played some cool games as a kid. This does not really tell me what this game is or how to play it. Is this the only thing I can look at? Is this game remix here? I was like, for the kind of game that I'm making, I'm like, I do want to see what this game is. I don't want to buy the $10 version here. I just want to, you got like a video of the game? Yeah, okay, it gives me that, or this, or... Quantum Flux Edition. Wow, that's... We're talking about, like, random nostalgia hits. That's a random nostalgia hit, too. I had one version of that. Not that thing exactly, but... some kind of, Not a bop it exactly, but... I can't even blow up the image to see what the game looks like. Also, why is it not... That's not what I meant to hit anyway. Okay, so there's other images of this existing. How do you play this? How are you giving me links and images of the thing I want, but not actual videos? Nobody has recorded any gameplay of this game, is what you're telling me. War Thunder, because that's what I searched for. What do you flippin' mean? Because that's what's related. When I look up Tube Twist Quantum Flux Edition, of course, I actually think, nah, some tanks and War Thunder is what I want. That does not seem like related. There we go. Okay, so it is a game that has actual physics. Wow, is it? There we go. I was like, what is the actual gameplay here? Okay, so it is a different version of this kind of tube pipe sorting. Yeah, okay, so sort of a marble drop with more specific on, instead of just triggering different devices to sort the marbles, actually using pipes to sort the marbles. Yeah, okay, so it's sort of a more complicated version of marble drop. Definitely feels like one of those ones that I should put down as a inspiration piece. Did I have a list of... like, yeah, okay, marble drop. Oh, I didn't actually say how I was sorting these. No, okay, I did have, like, marble-related games. Okay, and then I can bring the beat back here after I finish copying that over. Okay. Then I will have all sorts of games on the mood board. Yeah, like I said, I would be very interested to talk to an AI about, hey, is this a good idea? Should I work, like, is this an idea worth pursuing? But I also am afraid that it will just blow smoke up my butt and say, yeah, you're a genius. Because I do want an actual answer, not just a... Yeah, so far I think all I've gotten is Brainoid saying, yeah, this game is not for me. Which doesn't really say... It's like, okay, at least it seems like I'm avoiding something that is not my target audience. But that doesn't necessarily give me a target audience. Or maybe I just haven't gotten far enough into actually making the game. No! I gotta right-click it to... That's why, okay. How is that related? How is... I wasn't deleting it though, was it? No, okay, it is because it's related to the eraser. It feels like I should be able to just change what the button is that it's responding to, and yet I complicated it so bad that that is not an easy thing to do. Yeah, so that it's there. Okay, so this is if it is the eraser. Yeah, okay, this is double checking that it's not an eraser and the left click was pressed that frame. Okay, and then did I have right as in right? Okay, so I had that. It was just under a different. Okay, so then here is where I want to add the. If it's oops, idiocies. I'll right click. Okay, well, this should mean anything if you right click it. Okay, so then I don't need that because that's on left click. Okay, then let's see if that messes up the bumper. Yeah, and then I just don't know how to fix that zoom bug on the web. Well, I kind of like. Why do you have to be so flippin'? Why the hell do you have to be so? How did I make this so complicated? Why you gotta be so complicated? It definitely needs to be a different, like, parent object for these things. No, okay, let's. I'm not messing around with it anymore. I just cannot. Great, I just have overcomplicated it so poorly. I can't just switch the button that is doing the. Okay, this, and then again, I barely messed with the whatever rarity thing, and then I'm not gonna be here tomorrow because I'm going to a game dev talk, you know, an online game dev talk, but I will not be around streaming tomorrow. Okay, but I at least fixed that. That's a little better. Yeah, so that seems a lot faster. So at least that's easier to mess with. Clear those easily enough, and then it's just the click to erase when it's like it needs to be right click to be a little easier to mess with. Okay, and then yeah, the two things I wanted to mess with were like the actual objectives a little bit, and then I don't know, because Do I have something that is akin to, like, loot plot at this point? Which I guess even that's in early access and stuff too. Oh, so do I want to try doing this as probably not a bad idea to do. Yeah, okay, that is so much faster. And could be even faster. Oh, this scoring. Yeah, the sequences are still not scoring when it hits the... Which I think I also had that written down as a bug, right? Yeah, sequence not scoring correctly. Okay, but I will do the ad break and then hopefully fix this bug quick. I doubt it, but we'll see. Okay, what bug was I looking at again? Oh, the sequence not scoring correctly. The... Probably score then? So if the number sequence is greater than or equal to 3, or equal to. I should be adding it to the sequence at the beginning though, right? So number sequence. Okay, how How was I doing this again? So if the number sequence equals 0, add to the number sequence. It's greater than 0, of which it'll always be greater than 0. So why do I have it like this? And then number sequence. So yeah, if those numbers are the same. Yeah, so it should be comparing the last thing in the number sequence to see if it's equal, and then add to the number sequence. Okay, so it should actually be more like that then, right? So if the number is the same as the last one, then add to the sequence, otherwise clear it and reset it to the new, whatever the current number is. Okay, so let's say I start the sequence. This has nothing in it. So it's going to do the count minus 1, so -1. So then maybe that's why I had the... Oops. Okay. There we go, that. It should just be number sequence is... okay, no. It should just add something to the start of... So number sequence should be whatever the button is. It's, well... It's just the start. Oh, I guess, okay, the start should be number sequence. Add and make it 0. So then it'll check if that is equal to 0. Okay, so then just on start, we just say number sequence dot add is 0. So then that makes sure that the guess. So then, when it goes to check the number sequence, it'll say, okay, get the first sequence, or forget the first number in the sequence. To the number sequence dot count, which is 1 minus 1, so 0, so get the first number, and then if that is equal, which it's not because it's 0, then add that number. Oh, well then the number sequence is going to be... No, okay, they're not going to be equal. So then it'll clear it and then add the next number. So that's slightly cleaner code. We'll see if it turns into actually making the sequence count correctly. Yeah, because it's just trying to say if it's greater than or equal to 3. Because it should always be 1. Every time you hit a button, and then it's if they're equal, then it'll start adding 2. Okay, well, I guess I could do that. Okay, so for the first test here, we'll do 1. And then I can do 2, and then I can do 3. So there, I do roll. I was trying so hard to avoid that. Bugger off. The number sequence dot count is 1. -1. Bugger off. I added to it. I said number sequence, add a number. And then when you go to here, so the count is 1 -1, so 0. So number sequence adds 0. Bugger off, you dumb. God balls. I was trying so hard to avoid it. I knew that that was gonna be an issue. What are you fluffing me, you dumb? It's adding 1 to the sequence here. Add a button, get number. So this is 1 -1. The count should be 1 every time it gets to here. It's not clearing it. What do you fluffing mean? I added 1 at start, and then it... God balls. I was specifically avoiding this. How in the heck did I run right into it? This happens every single time. I'm like, this might be a little messy. Let's make sure that I have something to... Oops! There's food all down my shirt again. I started the stream grumpy. Gonna end the stream grumpy, too. Gosh dang it. Okay, I was gonna go for a walk before I, go to bed. Meaning I should probably just think about going to bed now. Especially if I'm gonna get grumpy at this not working. I just want to know how long the sequence is. And why in the fluffin' heck it decided, despite the fact that I made sure that it should be adding to the sequence, and it should start with... And yet it's like, no, there's nothing in there. I cleared it, and then I added more, you dumb. Sequence length. Oh, it's already checking the sequence length there. Yeah, of the number sequence. That's fine. I'm already double checking it in the debug. Because I already ran across this problem. It's 3. Yeah, but it's saying it's 0. It's saying argument is, Okay, so then I do a thing. Have it hit the button. Sequence length is 0. What do you fluffing mean? I add to the number sequence here on start. So it should be 1. And then I guess because it's 0... I didn't want to do it in the flippin' here. It should have been just on start, should have been fine. I don't know. Because it's hitting this and saying the count is... It's on start. Where in the heck are you... Yeah, the integer. Okay, so I add 1 then. It's not adding that many items. It's just adding an item that is 1 or 0 or whatnot. Okay. If this doesn't work, then I'll just spam a bunch of them and do like 5 of them and say, okay, there should be 5 things in this flippin' list. Bugger off. What do you flippin' mean? There's nothing there. It's this right here on start. I'm making sure. There's a bunch of y'all. Look at that. There's a whole bunch. There should be at least 1. I listened to the entire discography of somebody else. That's 2 discographies in one session here. Okay. What do you flippin' mean you cleared it and don't have anything in there? Okay, so this is not the issue. It's clearing it somewhere. Except it's clearing it and adding to it. Open pipes is clearing it. Why are you clearing it, you dumb? Go ram it, mother flippin' balls. Asterisks. Okay, which is why I gotta do the check for the 0 then. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, no, okay, I know why I'm doing that. Okay, but then that also means that you're not helpful to me. So then I just undo everything that I did. It's just so when it rolls a new ball, it says the sequence gets cleared. And I guess it wouldn't have a button to add from. Okay, so then it is a check of number sequence is greater than 0. So it's the thing I already had. That'd count. Yeah, but then I was clearing it, and so this should be at least a little better. My boss told me to have a good day, so I went home. That one is pretty good. I don't know if that's a dad joke necessarily. That's just a I hate work joke, which I can get behind that. Most people don't. Which I think sucks. I think as a society, if most people don't enjoy the thing that they're doing most with their time, we have severely screwed up. Because there's also people who, it's like, there's lots of people who enjoy, like, cleaning. There's lots of people that enjoy, like, because there's even, because I, like, I forget what thread it was. Man, that's a YouTuber I haven't watched in forever, but I believe it was a YouTube video from, some English teacher that was talking about nobody wants to work anymore, and then it was actually like, even people that like being a barista, it's because they're not getting paid enough. Or it's like even shitty jobs, it's partially just because it doesn't have that safety net is like the big thing as to why people don't want it or don't like it. I was gonna say, this is the wrong redhead. I was like, he's a redheaded English teacher. And yet here I am thinking of the other redhead that is a more historical armor. It's not, and it's not gonna come up if I type in redheaded English teacher YouTuber. Yeah, no, it's gonna give me like literally that, not the person that, and it might not actually be red hair either. It might just be. Oh, it's not even a thing that exists. Okay. No, okay. No, I'm like, that's somebody that I'm like, I enjoyed their content, and yet it's not giving it to me, and I don't know how to look it up or ask for that at this point. Oh, we're putting these things in this search? That's almost kind of too obnoxious. Okay, wait, how about nobody wants to work anymore? Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian was also saying nobody wants to work anymore. Yeah, it's like I don't know that it's a super popular video either. You gotta hit that sub button as soon as you see something you like. For what exactly? I was like, and I recognize that name. I've seen that name. I guess I did pop into a stream somewhat recently. Yeah, there's so many streamers that I'm like, I just did this. Gosh dang it, Ed. Now I'm gonna So that you could find their videos. Like, well, it's... We're not gonna look at my subscription box, because I think YouTube has actually, like, cleared out some of these subscriptions here. But no, it's in the, like, tens of thousands of people that I'm, like, subscribed to, so... They say subscribe, and it's free, so I do, and that it's so many things that I'm never gonna actually watch all of it. Nebula has kind of become my, like, watch all of the things, and those are the ones that, like, I because you pay for Nebula, so... I guess I pay for YouTube, too, because I have YouTube Premium, which it says there, but... Great, I'm not gonna be able to remember. Man, it's weird that it was giving me certain people's content on TikTok, and now for some reason it started giving me those same people on YouTube, and it's taken like a good 6 months to like a year for that to happen, and I don't know why now a year later it's giving me some of that. Yeah, it's gonna give me recent stuff, not... It's not like English teacher or something. I'm not gonna be able to find it. I don't even remember how I got on this tangent, but okay. What was I doing again? I get distracted. I was gonna go for a walk probably before I go to bed, because I didn't walk earlier and I had way too much pasta for dinner, so probably a good idea to go for a walk. Oh, I guess I should ask if Chroma is in fact here. How's the streaming been? How's the gaming been, I guess? I don't know. I have the Discord. It's a bit busy, so I don't actually look at it. there's like a good... There's most of my Discords I don't look at because they're too busy. And even the ones that aren't super busy, I still just look at the messages and don't actually respond. I put that down as my New Year's resolution every year to actually respond to more messages, and then never do. Oh, I was trying to double check if the yeah, mute most Discords. I stopped doing the mute thing because I'm like, okay, no, let's actually, and then I just do it, ignore the Discord anyway. So, and unfortunately, the Chroma one is in that pile for now. I say for now because of like that, it's always the aspirational thing of like, hopefully I could tune into some more Chroma streams. Hopefully I could tune into some more. It's like Blubber Muffins. I'm like, Blubber Muffins makes some really cool VTuber, like Pixel VTuber content, and yet I just haven't seen or followed or done anything with it. It's very aspirational too. Okay, so did that score correctly? No. It should have. Why in the fluffin' heck are you not scoring it? Number sequence dot count is greater than 3. Sequence length. So what is the sequence length then? That is at least 3. You dumb. God, it feels so much the clicking on these to spin them feels so much better, and it's like, well, I don't know why I didn't take the what ended up being a couple minutes to fix. Okay, so when I hit let's roll, it does all sorts of debug messages. Sequence length of 2. Oh, and then it resets it. Okay. I feel like it should be sequence length of 1, 2, and then 3. Right? So when it hits the button, it says the button is, the count is greater than 0, which is false. So then it goes to here, clears it, and adds it to the number sequence. Okay, maybe I just need, if the number sequence is 0, if there's none in there, add it. Otherwise, check if they're equal. So maybe we do that. Okay, there. So if it's 0, add. Which is why I had this at the bottom then, I think. But it was still counting it wrong though. That was the problem. And then else, meaning it has something in it, so it's greater than 0. Then compare that number and the last. And then if they're equal. Oh, this needs to be else if. There we go. Okay, there we go. So, if there's nothing in the list, add it. So yeah, so when you hit the first button, so it'll zero it out when it comes out of the pipe. Then when it hits the first button, it'll add it to the list. Otherwise, it'll check that the last button and the button before that were equal and add to it. Otherwise, I don't know if the else if and then another else here too. It's like this might be a bit much. Otherwise, these are not equal. The sequence is broken, and then clear it. And then I don't need to do that because that will do that. I don't know. Let's see if this does it. So that I don't need to hit the end of the sequence. It just needs to hit the. Okay, yeah, no. Clear it all again. I want to make sure that it's fully reset. Okay, so now I do a 2. And then we'll spread these across here so that I can say, okay, we do let's roll. Bugger off! If it's greater than 0. Other way around. Here we go. If it's less than 0, add 1, otherwise. No, less than 0? No, okay, wait. If it's less than or equal to 0. Which it shouldn't be less than. But, well, since I keep not understanding my own work, and I keep making it a more and more twisted web. This is all just sketching. I'm gonna keep telling myself that. Okay, so this, and then that. Okay, wait, no, as a test, we do roll. Okay, so the sequence length is 0 when it hits that thing, which is fine. Now it should reset, that it should hit a sequence length of 1. There we go, it hits a sequence length of 1. Then it should reset to hit a sequence length of 2. And then it's looking for a sequence length of 3. So I think actually let's bump it down to 2 then. Yeah, okay, because it's checking this beforehand as opposed to after. Which I guess then that's the other way around. So check it after the fact. There. So check it after you check the buttons. That would make more sense for a lot of reasons. Okay, so now let's see what that does. That's the number sequence, and then color sequence here. Okay, color sequence is not set up just yet, but hopefully I can. Now it's 8:30. Yeah, every time. It's like I could push it just a little longer to finish this, right? Yeah, exactly. You push it a little longer past this. Because, yeah, if I go for a walk and that takes half an hour, and then I go brush my teeth, which that takes 15 minutes, then I'm going to bed at 9:15, as opposed to the 9:30 that I was hoping for. Okay, not 9:30. The 9 o'clock that I was hoping for. Okay, I didn't see what it did for that last sequence. What does it do for this one? 1, 2. There we go. Okay. And now when you do that, 1, 2, 3, and then it adds to the sequence. There we go. Goodness. So it was probably just an ordering issue. I didn't need to redo the code entirely, but that's okay. Whatever. Yeah, okay, because I was doing the equals. So instead, because like I said, I am dumb, and I want to make sure that I cover that possibility, or that probability rather. There we go, and actually remember to press the button to get a clip. Okay, so then it's now following what I did previously, which again, not a good idea if I didn't do it right, but... Okay, there we go. So now that's reordered and should be set up there. Okay, cool. So that's that bug fixed. Now I can... do a web build. Actually, that's not a bad idea, especially if I'm... No, it's a bad idea because I'm going to bed. I need to go to bed so that I can get up and complain about 30th dog, 1st of September, and now here, nearly a month later? How is it nearly a month later? September was just like, hey, it's starting. And then it's like, wait a second. It's the 21st night of September. How did this happen? Which I did, as fast as September has gone by, I did in fact remember the 21st night of September. In which... apparently it said it was an 8-hour stream. Apparently GG Murren did an 8-hour stream. Because I caught some of it and I was like... well, this bit's taking a while. Okay, yeah, so let's see. Does it have the, what the last stream was? Oh, I guess apparently also released a video. Three days ago. No, it doesn't have the... do you remember? The 21st night of September? Oh, it might have said on I Craved Karaoke. So it might have gone into the vault already. But that's what I was doing yesterday. I was playing Borderlands 4. And she was in a pretty long bit of using a cat piano to play. Do you remember? Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Yeah, no, that's not even a joke. That is literally what I was doing yesterday. I was playing Borderlands 4 and singing meow 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 meow. Oh, please make sure that this is... yeah, that is my true insanity. That is what I what I am not viewed. Although yeah, the other thing I was doing was my journal because I was like, yeah, no, I took a picture. Oh, that's what it was. I took a picture because of the fact that it was also the missile in Borderlands 4 was called Gigi. I was like, oh hey, look at that. Oh, that's all. I just There we go. Yeah, there we go. You can see the missile was named Gigi while I was listening to the insane cat piano version of. Yeah, okay, so unarchived karaoke. Meaning it might have gone into the vault after that. Yeah, watching some of that stream was a lot of fun, but boy, we said a lot of insanity too. Listening to the same song over and over, which I do like. I do listen to the same songs over and over again. But, oh, bugger off with the ads. I'm just running a build and then calling it quits. I'm going to bed. And by that, I mean I'm going to go for a walk, despite the fact that it's probably a bit late for doing that, but I need to move around. I sat in the car for 2 minutes and my back was like, oh god! I got 1 week of rest on my back and I was like, hey, it's starting to... Yeah, this is where I'm like, I think it's getting rid of some of my subscriptions. Because I'm like, I've been on this account. This is my account I use for everything. And I'm like, I want to be subscribed to all of HoloLive, please. I've done this before. Why did it keep my subscriptions here, but got rid of it for some of these other ones? Because I'm like, Autofister. I gotta be subscribed to Autofister. It doesn't give me too many clips of Raura and Elizabeth, but I gotta have my Autofister clips. Yeah, that's the... do I want to just off rip and put Autofister into YouTube? Do I want to just do that raw on stream, or... Okay, if I put in HoloLive first, and then do Autofister... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't remember exactly where it came from, but CC is an automaton, and Gigi has a some fist-based weapons. So somebody came up with, now the name is Autofister. And there's just been like a major shipping of these two for the longest time. I forgot a web build is going to take forever and not just a while. Let's see how many Holio Tomos. Okay, I haven't seen all the clips apparently, but seen a good chunk of them. Yeah, it gives me a few different clip channels for GG's stuff. Yeah, let's see. It's how insane is my YouTube recommendations at this point. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing these, where it's like, here's stuff from 6 years ago, here's stuff from like forever ago. I'm like, I don't know why you're giving me so many like very old things, like 13 years ago. Like, why? Yeah, this is one that it keeps insisting that I want to watch, and I'm like, I have no clue who this is. I don't know why you want me to watch that. Yeah, okay. I started watching some of these ball mechanic things, and started doing. Hey, this is another one that like. When I thought about doing some like content stuff, I was like, yeah, I could definitely do something like this. And these, yeah, I was gonna say these get a lot of views. Yeah, see, this is why I need to clip my stuff here. Is because, or put it on YouTube. I need to clip the stuff and put it on YouTube, because I'm like, the stuff I watch is, I guess game development stuff is not really on this list here, but. Oh, it was 80 of them. There was definitely a pretty long compilation. Okay. So I guess while this flippin' web version is gonna take 6 years, I wanted to do the web. I wanted to update the web version though, just because I think tomorrow, talking to coworkers, there's a possibility I might. I doubt it, but it was partially because of the whatchamacallit. Well, it's partially for myself, but also partially for MagFest. I put this in as a submission to MagFest. We'll see if it actually goes through or not. I doubt it, but it was nice to have a deadline. And that's really what it is. It's nice to have a deadline. It's nice to have a web page where I can show it off, especially since I fixed some bugs. Because that was also when somebody asked, oh, hey, do you have a version that you can show? And I was like, I do. It's very early, but I do. So, having it a little more updated, probably a good idea. If I have a little more updated version. That's a little easier to use. The 22nd of September. It's like, what have I been doing this entire time? Was Down to Jam in there? Down to Jam was probably in there. That's probably what happened, right? Yes, Down to Jam was at the very... No, it was at the beginning of the month? When was Down to Jam? Nabbit? Okay, wait, Down to Jam. Do I even... I don't have it up there. Oh, in March. Okay, that's the last one. But this is the upcoming one. And now it's not going to tell me when Down to Jam was. I don't know how I lost an entire month. Because I wasn't even playing Borderlands 4. That was the whole thing, is that I was not going to play Borderlands 4. And I guess I will respond to the message after the ad. Okay, so upload the files. In this case, you, and then this one. And then this is the one that this file will be played in the browser. There we go. Oh, and I'm not going to do a Windows build, so. Rather, I'm not going to go to Unity and make a Windows build right now. That one will be a little out of date compared to the web version, but that's fine. Okay, and then let's see how messed up this is. Gosh dang it, it's no matter what mood I'm in. Whether I'm in a good mood, I get into a better mood, or if I'm in a bad mood, I get into a good mood. Why can't... No! Don't tell me that the lighting's messed up. For no apparent reason. Okay, well that's working at least. Okay, but then I should be able to do that sneaky stuff. There we go. Okay, and then it's counting the sequences correctly. Thank you. Good, 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 good. Okay, wait, if I do... Oh. Whoops. Okay, there then. Okay, yeah, still awkward AF, but... Definitely easier. Definitely easier to use. Okay, cool. So now if I reload it, are you gonna reload the lighting? Or is the lighting just goofed? No, it's... Okay. I think that's the color palette thing I was messing with. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna fix that now. Okay, I have an Adagon slime in the game. Slime is easier to quickly model than a Picorli. Yeah, I guess if you're looking to quickly model stuff. Well, it also depends on modeling versus, like, you could slap a Picorli on a ball or something, right? If you want like not a model, but just something Pagorli related. That could also be like a picture on the wall too. Do some fun like profile photo thing. Okay. Yeah, and that's why I was saying you should ask Pagorli if there is a Pagorli model floating around somewhere, because I was assuming that there would be some arcane reason, some unknown reason, but there would be a Pagorli model somewhere. Okay, now that I got that build going, are there people here, and do people want to raid? And then I can... yeah, it's very late for going for a walk. I might do it anyway. I need to walk because my back is broken because I'm in the car all the damn time. Okay, is it 2? Or not? According to the chat, there is a Pagorli and there is a Phil. Okay, but then we refresh it, because I've also watched it jump up, and I don't know if that jumping up is because of... Technically, I could raid and have it count on my raid counter. Yeah, because I only need 4 more raids, and I thought it was 3 or more, but it said 2 or more. And I don't know if it... And then it goes up to 3. Is it because of me? Am I counting in that number? Is that what that third viewer is? And why it pops up eventually is because it's me. I'm my own third viewer. Okay, well then, if it says I have 3, which it's so it probably is actually just 2, but then... It's only because I looked at the number and it said, oh yeah, you only need 4 more. Ludwig with 0 viewers. I'm assuming just started a stream. Oh, speaking of Adagon, who is doing some software and game development. And it's tempting to go check out somebody doing Borderlands 4 as well, but that's not what I was up to. I like rolling it into the same thing that I was doing. Yeah, we can go raid an Adagon.
So it only will color
And then I could go
pixels
run
that
around
match
the block
color
and
within
then go
this,
to bed.
and then it shades it 1 shade darker. So if I keep doing swipes, you see it gets.
And I will not be back tomorrow, since there is a game dev talk that I was gonna go
Does
to.
anybody else see this?
So,
This thing. Is this
so
what
I
you-
will not be around tomorrow, but I will be back on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Oh, and
Basically-
here I am like, got a slight headache. Yeah,
when
I
you
have
click
water
this,
here.
it
I can
spawns
just
the
chug the
color picker,
water.
and then you can drag it and then it persists forever. So I like to drag it somewhere, so I just always have it because I use it a bunch.
Okay. Like I said, I won't be around tomorrow, but I will be back on Wednesday with more of this to, I guess, fix
just
bugs
wanna make sure that artist will be
and
joining
hopefully
us,
figure out the
nice.
gameplay loop. But goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Should probably say have fun raiding or something too, but but anyway, goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Bye. Good luck. We'll throw good luck in there too. Okay. And then there we go.